Hi everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have to admit, I started my live like a minute ago and I'm standing here talking and I realized I didn't click the button. So I had like the perfect intro, which actually I was mumbling a little bit, so I'm glad I have a little do-over, but let me know if you can hear me okay, because I feel like a goofball. I'm peeking over this way because that is where the chat is on my computer, and I want to make sure that I catch up with everybody. Everyone arrived so early, it's so exciting. Hi everybody, let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can, in the chat, if you can hear and see me okay. So I'm just watching the chat to make sure before I keep going if everyone can hear and see me okay. I was such a goofball and just like talking to myself, which normally when I'm doing my videos anyway, I am just, okay good, you can hear me. Normally I'm just talking to myself anyway. Hi everybody, I want to say thank you to Amy. I'm not sure if she's here. But Amy, thank you so much for the super chat. She sent me a super chat before this even began. That was so sweet. And is it Elaine? Thank you so much for the super chat. That is so sweet. You don't have to do that, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thanks. Okay, there's the thumbs up, so it makes me feel better. Okay, so welcome. If you are brand new, I am Bethany. I love to craft, and I'm really happy everyone is here today. I've been looking forward to going live again. It has been crazy behind the scenes as you've been following along with me. I've been taking a little bit of time off because I've been crafting, but also taking time with my family as well. So it's been really, really fun. Hey everyone, let's see, I see Bridget, and hi Too Much. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I feel so much better. So tonight I am doing I think I'm doing 7 Easter crafts, and I'm really excited about them. They are super cute. I have them all lined up on my counter and we're going to get started in just a second, but I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of time to pop on and say hi and make sure everybody is here before we start. And I thought I'd do a little show and tell on what I've been working on. So behind the scenes, I've been working on a lot of fun stuff and I've been having a good time, but next week, pray for me. I'm hoping I have time to record all of it, because I'm hoping next Saturday to have another Easter video for you. And I'm really, really excited about the crafts that are coming next week. So one of them that I want to show you that I'm doing for next week is, check out this cute little paper basket. How sweet is this? Made completely out of paper. It is so, so cute. And then the little bows, they just come off. There's one on the front, one on the back. But if you didn't want to do it there, you can put the little handles together. Can you see that? Let me make sure it focuses. You can put the little handles together, and then you can place the little bow right on top. How cute is this little guy? Isn't that so sweet? I'm gonna move my chat over another way. That way I can see it easier without having to look so far over. Can you hear the little thump, thump, thump of the kiddos upstairs? Their little feet are pitter-pattering all over the place. Okay, how cute. So to next week, I'm going to be making these, and I'm really excited to show you. They were so easy, but tune in because I definitely found a little trick. Not a trick. No, it's not a trick, because I definitely learned something from it. So I was not necessarily understanding how to do the scoring with the file, because you can do it with a little scoring tool in your Cricut, and I wasn't quite figuring it out. And so I was a little confused. I ended up scoring it a different way, but I'll show you 2 ways to do it. So definitely get excited for that. These turned out so cute. I was so excited. So I'm glad you like them. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but it goes so quickly. Oh, good. Thank you, Haley. She loved the boy-themed video. Oh, I really had to get that done because now I feel like all the rooms are nice and decorated, and it was so fun. It was one of those things where I needed to get the video done because I needed it done in real life as well. So, oh goodness, I love reading all your comments. It's so fun. Let's see. Hi, Star. Hi, Belinda. If I did not say hi to you, I mean to say hi to everybody, but it goes really, really quick. Okay, so another thing we're going to do next week, I just am giving some people some time to hop on and say hi, but let me move this over a little bit. Another thing we're going to do next week are, Cricut came out with the little nesting cups. Who has tried the little nesting cups? I am so, so excited about them. I purchased a little set of them because I was so curious, and by nesting, they are a little bit shorter, but they stack perfectly, and they are so cute. So of course I did a little well, there's gonna be 4 of them. We're gonna do the last one in the video together next week, but I did a little theme on them for Easter. This is a little mint kind of gingham. So sweet. And then this one is a little kind of peach stripe with bunnies, which I thought was so cute and dainty. And then this was so cute. It's kind of like confetti, but I'm not sure like what to call it. But to me, it kind of looks like just like Easter fun confetti. So aren't they cute? And then I cannot wait to share the final little design that I decided on for cup number 4. So they come in a set of 4, and they were so easy, but I found a little way that these worked better for me in the mug press. So we're gonna do the mug press with these next week, and I'm super excited about those as well. So, all right, I will show you a little bit more about what I've been doing behind the scenes. I have a little tickle in my throat, but let's go ahead and start crafting. I'm super looking forward to the first craft because it's been on my table just waiting to get done this week, and I've been just wanting to see it done. Okay, so I am going to go, let me see if I remember how to do all of this. Okay, top down. So before I do bring in our little craft, I'm going to start heating my hot glue and get it all ready. So tell me something good. Tell me something good that's going on for you right now. I love hearing fun and good news. How's everybody doing? What are you crafting? Tell me something fun. We had a good day today. We had our daughter, actually I'm not going to use that in this one. Our daughter lost another tooth today. So, of course, that was the cutest picture ever that I had to get today. So, okay, what we're doing here is I found this at Target, and I believe it was $5. Okay, $5. How cute is this? Now it says it is a charcuterie board, and I thought it was so cute. They have a couple little styles here, and I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. I was kind of thinking about doing a little, you know, vinyls, something, you know, you see something blank and you have a Cricut and you think, I have got to vinyl this. I've just got to vinyl this with something. But then I thought, you know what, this is really cute, and it was the perfect size for creating a fun little door round. So I'm going to be using this door round that is from Hobby Lobby. It is, let me see how big it is. This is 12 inches by 12 inches, and it was the perfect size. So I had this at home already. I painted it with my favorite chalk paint, which is linked down below, which is a good time for me to tell you that if you are wondering about anything that I am using right now or in any of the crafts coming up, I took a lot of time this week and I worked on that description box below the video. So YouTube is kind of funny on how it works. So there is a tiny little arrow next to the title of this video. So underneath where you see this picture here, there is the title, and then there's a little tiny arrow. And if you click that, then a description box will open up. And in there, you're going to see all of the things you see in my craft room. Well, most of the things you see in my craft room, but most definitely you will see all of the things that I am using today. So you'll see the chalk paint that I love to use. You're going to see that I'm using vinyl and what vinyl I'm using. You're going to see we're going to be using a little staple tool. So I linked this below. You'll see my glue gun, all those things. So if you're curious about anything, I took a lot of time and I did my best. Sometimes it's a little hard to do it for a live because when I do it for a regular video, I can see all the things that I've used because I've already filmed it. But I was doing this in anticipation of what I was going to need and use. So I did my best, but check down below if you need to see any of that stuff. I feel like I'm missing out on the chat. Everybody is just having so much fun. Okay, ooh, is it Cherie or Sherry is making bracelets in bed tonight, spent all day doing yard work. Oh, there was yard work happening for us today as well. Oh my goodness. It's a perfect time to just start. And you know what I did? I did, by the way, lives, if you're not new here, lives, this is no surprise to you that lives are definitely a little bit more chatty than the regular videos. So we're just gonna go in any direction, but lives are definitely very chatty. So if you don't like the chit chat, then definitely go to some of my other videos they are just more to the point. But this is a fun time for us to all get together and chat, and it's fun for me to be able to interact with you, because usually I'm just interacting with craft supplies, and then sometimes I get to see you guys in the comment sections, but this is fun for me too. So, okay, no, let's see, who asked me, do I craft every day? I do not craft every day. I wish I could, but I just cannot. I don't have that, whoops, I don't have that time to do that. Okay, this one, there we go. Okay, so we're going to do a little door round, and I thought that this was really, really fun. And when I brought this home, knowing I had this wood round, I thought this was the perfect size. So what do we think? I thought this was really cute. And then I'm going to add a really fun little Easter vinyl decor kind of over the little curvature of his back here, his or her back here. And I thought that that would be so fun. So Caitlin made some gift tags today for hand crocheted blankets. Beautiful work. That is so exciting. And a new water bottle today to monogram. Oh, you know I love a monogram. Okay, before I do any of this, usually by the time I'm done decorating the front, then I go back in and I add my little ribbon. But then I'm always, you know, trying to figure out where exactly top is, and then I'm trying to make sure it's exactly where I need it. And I thought, Bethany, why don't you just add the little ribbon that's going to help hang it on the door? Why don't you add that first, and then you'll know. You know, it's sometimes I have a light bulb moment. You're probably all screaming at me in my videos to do that anyway, but you'll notice that it actually has some marks in here before, because I repurposed the sign. I had used this for another door sign originally, and that holiday came and went, and I thought, you know, I'm ready to reuse it. I'm kind of over the current one and keeping crafting costs down. So thank you, Star. I did cut my hair. It really, really needed it, and it was so fun to get just a little fresh spring look. So I'm going to I think that's about good. And I like to turn it around and just make sure. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Okay, so I kind of like to do a little ribbon loop like that. And then what I like to do is I like to double these up. I just feel like it gives it a little bit more, I don't know, what's the right word? Kind of just makes it a little bit more durable, gives it a little bit more meat to get the little staple in and to hold. That's just me talking though. You can go ahead and definitely do this any way you'd like. Okay, I'm not sure how quiet or loud this is going to be, so just fair warning. This might be a noisy one, but okay. Whoops. Ooh, I got that a little crooked. Okay, doing that. Okay. I'm gonna put 2 there. And let's see. I'm just gonna make sure that that still looks nice. That does, okay. I'm gonna put 2 here. 2, 3, however many. Let's see here. Hopefully that's not too loud. If it is, I am so sorry. Okay, there we go. Yes, more support. That's exactly it. Just kind of gives it some more support, especially because this ribbon, I'm going to show you, it's, you know, it's pretty sheer. It's a kind of a burlappy ribbon. I guess it probably is burlap. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, it kind of has a little sheer look to it. So I want to make sure that it's nice and thick. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim these down just a little bit. I'm not really sure why, but I feel the need to. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Move this over here. Oh, have some water. I haven't had a little tickle in my throat all day until now. Maybe I'm just nervous. Okay. Yes, Cassandra, this staple tool is so fun. Now I have to admit, my husband had one in his shop anyway. However, I saw they had a pink one, and it's like that dusty pink that I just love. So add to cart, you know me. Okay, what I didn't need it. I just really wanted it. But now I'm proving that I'm using it a lot so that I can justify my purchase, right? Okay, so now the thing I'm going to do is I love hot glue. You know this about me. I love hot glue so much. So I'm going to hot glue my bunny to my wood round. Now, if you are not in love with hot glue camp like I am, then go ahead and use whatever adhesive that you'd like. I know there's tons of methods. Go ahead and use whatever you'd like. I'm just gonna do hot glue because I love that too. So I need to grab my little hot glue llama, and I'm going to just keep it handy because I have a feeling I'm going to be using a lot of hot glue, and I'm probably going to run through this stick. So I'm just going to go, just going to make sure, before anything, I want to make sure this is exactly up and down, because I want to make sure when I do this, it's exactly where it needs to be. Okay. How many of you take your vinyl off of things and repurpose your blanks? Am I the only one who does that? It's a nice way to keep crafting costs down, and also, well, I gotta go fast. And also, does anyone else just kind of, you know, you absolutely love the craft you did, but then, you know, after the season, you're kind of over it? Is that just me? Okay, I gotta go quick. I love a lot of the crafts I do, but sometimes I think, oh, that was nice to enjoy for the season, but not necessarily forever and ever, amen, you know? Okay. There we go. Oh, Quilting Grandma bought the same staple gun. I love it. It's really come in handy. Okay. Thank you, Haley. Don't be nervous, she says. You're with friends. You guys are all so sweet. Okay, now I'm going to turn this over. Okay, Melody takes her vinyl off too. So does Sarah. Yes, and Marcy says she gets bored with stuff, so she repurposes a lot. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so now I have all these cute little pieces, and you know me, I love pastel. I really, really love pastel, obviously. I mean, if you have known me for even 2 seconds, you know that I love those muted soft tones, but I was in Design Space, and I found this file in Design Space, and I kind of went with the whole color scheme roughly. I think they had a couple different tones, but they had really non-traditional colors for all of the little, this is gonna spell Easter, but all of the little letters. And so, you know, for some reason, it just kind of worked. And I wouldn't have been able to put these together myself, but I was looking at Design Space, and for some reason, I thought, you know what, my eye just really, really loves this. So I thought, I'm just gonna follow their lead and get out of my comfort zone a little bit and do something different in terms of color. Okay, so now I am going to, okay, knowing me, I'm going to want to do this in letter order. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my little weeding tool, and I just cut these out with my Cricut on this adhesive vinyl. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna just start kind of placing as I weed here. Okay. Try to catch up on the chat while I'm weeding. Hi, Pamela, you finally caught a live. Yay, I'm happy to have you. Okay. Whoops. There we go. And the little middle of the A. Okay, so then we're just kind of, and I'm probably going to trim it down, my little cutting sheets around the letters so that I can really get an idea of how to line these up, because I'm kind of going in blind here. We're going to place every letter separately on the board. Okay. But I think it's going to be really cute. Let me know how you would use this little bunny. Or if you simply would use it as a charcuterie board. Okay. They have little tiny inserts in the little letters. So that's why I'm going in there. It's really cute. Making sure I have all my letters accounted for here. Okay. And the tea. Who has started crafting for Easter? So Denise, this is not a font. It is in Design Space. It's just called Easter in Design Space. The file name is literally called Easter. And I saw it when they released it. I think it's new this year because that's the only way I found it. Because I really don't browse Design Space a lot. So if it pops up in like the new category, or I can't remember, new uploads, then usually that's how I see things. So it's already a file. And then it was color coded roughly in these colors. That's why I was kind of inspired to do something a little bit different. What do we think of the colors? I think they're super fun. Thank you, Denise. That is so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super chat. That is so sweet. Okay. Whoop. Come here, you little stinker. It is really close to the Homemade Outline though font. There is a font called Homemade Outline, and I think, oh no, I don't. I can't remember what video I have that linked in. Okay. Welcome, Trish. I'm excited you made a live too. Okay, here we go. So this is kind of where we're going here. What do we think? I love it. I love it. It's okay if it is a little different than the pastels. It's really, really refreshing to get out of my comfort zone here. So I'm going to grab a little bit of transfer tape. Okay. And we'll see if we can, do most, if not all, with one little piece here. Okay. Now I don't think I need to trim them down because I kind of have an idea of where this is going. So I think I'm just going to bloop, and we'll go one by one here. Okay, let's get a little clean though. Okay. Okay, Mary bought, she loves my, so this is a little llama. Isn't this cute? And it actually is a little planter. My friend bought this for me when I was trying to become a plant mama. I think that's why she bought it for me, or I was wanting to become a plant mama. And I got so nervous because you know my story, if you're a follower of mine, that I was always so nervous to have plants because I don't have a green thumb, although I have done really well lately. And I have a plant that is, let's see, 24 months. I know, it's like a baby, right? 24 months this month, and still looks beautiful. Although it's one of those plants that definitely tells me, Mom, I'm really hungry. I mean, it lets me know. Even the kids are like, Mom, I think the plant needs something. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness you are the best plant ever. Because listen, with little kids and the busyness that brings too, I mean, I'm sorry, but whew, you need a plant to speak up, right? Okay, I'm gonna trim this down a little bit because I'm gonna fit this into a tight corner. But anyway, so sorry, long story short there is, originally I was way too nervous. I was like, I can't keep a plant alive. And I brought it down and used it for glue sticks. Okay, sorry for my headband and hair here. But I wanna get this perfect. Okay, how's that look? I like that. And it was just the perfect little one. Now I was at Hobby Lobby today and I found a hedgehog that is really similar to this in like the outdoor section, you know, where they have the wind chimes or was it in that section? Or maybe it was near, it might have even been the kitchen section where they have all the canisters and jars. So my husband was like, what did you guys get? And I said, well, we went for a few things and we got those things, but we also got a lot of stuff that we didn't really know we needed. And one of them was a hedgehog, and and it's probably one of the favorite things. I might be able to find it for you if I just have known how much I really like this little llama guy. So I thought, oh, a little hedgehog might be cute too. Okay. And Thank you, Krista. She says, I love your videos so much. That's so sweet. I am so glad. I love making them. Okay, and I love having these times to be able to come in and chat. Let me look really quick. Come in and chat with you too. There we go. Okay, just want to get this. It's kind of hard for me to see this way because the little lip here is kind of preventing me to see. So I'm just kind of focusing on how far my letters go from the top of his little slope of his back or her back and between that and the letter. That's kind of how I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here. So Sydney, I did make sure to link all the things I have below in that description box. That way, if anyone's curious about anything that's on my craft table, most likely it's in there. So Heather says, you've made me buy so many things. I know. Oh my goodness. Ditto. I sometimes when I'm watching YouTube, I end up, it's just like, it's an expensive little hobby to watch other people craft, isn't it? Just kind of want to add to cart all the things. Okay. There we go. I think at this point we're going to start kind of a curve, a slight bend with that S. Loving, loving, loving the colors. And then being very gentle because the paint, you know, can scratch. And I know this because I use my weeding tool to remove vinyl. And when I remove vinyl off of these boards or anything that I've painted, I have to go back and put an extra or a new coat of paint on just because I've scratched it all over with my little weeding tool. So being mindful then when I'm actually working for a final product that I want to not scratch that for sure. Okay. Sorry if it's shaking my camera when I burnish here. Woo! Oh, Bridget has the same hot glue gun too. It's really fun. You know why I like it is I love the precision tip. So this precision tip is everything. It really makes a difference. And I didn't really think that that was something that I would need. But when I was making, when I do the faux leather crafts, where'd you go? Hide and seek. Okay. When I did the faux leather crafts, like the faux leather snap clips for my girls or the faux leather keychains, I was realizing how much that precision tip really, really mattered in some of my leather crafts that I was doing. So thank you, Felicia. I'm so glad that I've helped you learn it a little bit. Okay. Liz, I'm glad you caught the live this time. I do that too when I see that someone's going to go live and I really want to watch and I set all my reminders and gosh darn, sometimes I still miss it. I feel like that needs to come over a little bit. Let me see if I can move it or if I can. Whew. This is where it's going to start being just a tad tricky. How does this look? Now I actually have friends that can help. What do we think of the T here and the tilt? Does this look good? Oh yes, and that's cordless. Yes, that's another point. The glue gun is cordless. Okay, let me know if this looks good before I lay it down. Asking for a friend here. Kelly, I have tried the pin pen and I just really, really don't prefer it. And I'll tell you why. I really think, do we like it? I think that we prefer things that we learned on. Does that make sense? Does it look good? To the left a little? Let's see here. Still look good? Good, good, good. Okay. So I have the pin pen, which is just an alternative weeding tool that has more of a pin tip to it. And I think maybe I just am so used to this kind of motion because this is how I learned, that it's hard for me to do anything different. So not saying that it's not a great tool, because I think so many people love it, but I don't, because I can't, I just am so used to this. Does that make sense? Hopefully it makes sense. I probably just need more practice. It's like embroidery scissors. So many people tell me I need to use these or use these or use these, and I love the ones I have. I just do. And I think it's because I learned on them, and I'm fine with them. It works for me. So if you're having fun and it's working, you don't change anything, right? I like the hook of the weeding tool as well. Especially, yes, and especially when getting little things out. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. How are we liking? Oh, you can't really see that. I'll just make the call on this one. It's too hard to see with that letter and the grid lines, so I'm just going to make the creative decision here. I promise I won't do an awful job. Okay. Okay, I like that. It's a little hard to see with that baby blue. Okay. And the last one. Ooh, okay, and I did it. I did it all on one piece of transfer tape. So yay. Yes, Lori says she uses both tools and each has its use. I love that too. Listen, I have with my embroidery scissors, I have the Kimberbell set, which has 4 different types of tools in it. And I totally agree with you. When there are so many options to do kind of one task, they all still have their purpose, right? You definitely gravitate more towards one or the other based on what you need it for. So 100% agree with that. Okay. How are we liking this? I am just so excited. And I'm going to show you another step you can take with this as well. Okay. Oh, okay. Salbug, is your name Sally? I want to call you by your name. Let me know. She says he needs a pom-pom tail, and she knows what's happening next. Okay, how do we like the R? You can definitely see that very well with the contrast. Okay. Let me know. Okay, we're liking it. It's more love the pom-pom tail idea. Well, I went to Hobby Lobby just for ya. Actually, that was last weekend's trip to Hobby Lobby, and I don't get out much to shop, so the fact that I went 2 weekends in a row, how are we liking this? I think we're gonna just go for it. The fact I got to go 2 weekends in a row, oh, I like that. I was really excited and pretty lucky, although my wallet wasn't very happy. I think it's also because I don't go so much, so then when I get there, I'm like, must get all the things. I don't know when I'll be back, if ever. Okay, here is, oh, I love this. This was such a good first project. How pretty. How pretty is this? Okay, so I went to Hobby Lobby and I found, I want to say it came in a pack of like 10, maybe a dozen. I'm not quite sure though. A little pom-pom because I thought this needed something more. However, when I put it on there, I don't know that I love it. What does everyone think? I think it's too much. I think it might be too much. What do you think? Let me show you on the front cam. Okay. Sometimes the lighting is a little bit different from the top down to the front, so I like to show both. I think it's so cute. And I did a little distressing on the sides around the lip because I just like that look. Oops, sorry. I'm not a very good Vanna white here. Oh, Josie thinks it's too big. I think you're right. I think it's too big. Okay, Sally says too big too. But I wanted to get it though to show you how you could go an extra step. So if you like this idea and it's kind of on your heart to, you really want a little bit more, grab something a little bit smaller. Kind of be mindful of that. Even if you have your little board, maybe take it with you so that you can kind of test. Because when I was there, you know, and all the things are so big and everything's shiny and bright and everything's so exciting and you want to buy it all and you're like, oh, I'm not sure. I can't remember the bunny size. Yeah, so that's kind of where I was at. But I agree, too big, but a fun way to just bring a little bit something more to that piece. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat for a minute. Everyone's having too good of a time. Okay, so I guess I have to be a good YouTuber and say, if you're enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up. I guess that's a thing. I'm not a very good YouTuber, so I don't remember to say all these things, but be sure to give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it. I guess that helps in some way. I don't know if I could even trim this down either. I don't really want to try. I think it's gonna unravel. So, do you want me to try? I'll try, because I think it came in a pack of a gazillion. Not really, but I think I'll try to cut it in half though and see what it does. Because maybe it is that it's being like raised up too far. It unravels. Yeah. Yep. It's just gonna be a little like cotton mess. But you could maybe, I don't know, bunch it together in glue, but I think I'm gonna stop there. I think that the creative decision is just to stop. Okay, what do we think? Super fun. Oop, got a little transfer tape there. Super fun. It's going on the door. I think it's fun. I think it's simple and I really like the colors. Thank you, Liz. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for the super chat. That is so sweet. You guys do not need to do that, but it's so appreciated. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you for thumbing up. I guess that's a thing, to thumb up the video. I guess it's under the video. I guess we're supposed to encourage that if you are enjoying it. I don't know. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing. Well, I mean, I've been doing it a couple years, but I don't know. Okay, so less is more. I agree, Haley. That is my thing. And yes, simplicity. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next one. I need to turn on my little. We're gonna do, you know, I like to do a lot of different things with you when I get together with you. So we're gonna do the little mini easy press on the next craft. And I'm excited because if you have been around my channel since the good old beginning days, which I think I started my channel in like 2020, you're gonna remember this craft, but I gotta do a third one because now there are 3 sets of feet in my house. So let me grab it real quick. Okay, so raise your hand or give me a heart if you remember. Whoop, that's the blank one. Do you remember when I first started my channel and I monogrammed these cute little baskets for the girls? Let me see if I can, do you remember when I did these? With iron-on? And I want to say it was probably very soon. Yes, because you know what? My hubby bought me this for Valentine's Day the first year I got my Cricut. So, of course, now I have iron-on and vinyl and must not only vinyl and iron on all the things, but all of those things need to be monograms because that's how I roll. And this was one of my most favorite projects that I did my first year. So simple. Okay, look at the hearts. Yes, right? Aww. Okay, I'm just tying these little ties. But I think I got these at, now mind you, it was a couple years ago, but I got them at Hobby Lobby. And of course, knowing, hoping, praying, I wanted one more, I bought a third. And now I need a third, so yay for the planner. So now, let me go, let's see. Let me go and grab, there it is. See, I was trying to keep myself organized. grab my little iron on. Now, I need to set this to, yes, Trish, my little guy needs a monogram basket. That is what we're gonna do. Okay, am I freezing? It's saying that my stream is healthy and excellent on my end, so hopefully it looks good. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my mini Easy Press. Now you could do this with another press if you'd like, but I really, really love how easy it is with the mini. So I'm gonna do the mini. Okay, so I'm also going to set this to medium. So there are 3 wavy lines if you're new to the mini, and the 3 are low, medium, and high. So if you need medium, then you just click twice, and you'll see that initially they are going to be orange. There you go. And then it gives a cute little chime, and it will turn green once it's all ready to go. Okay, not freezing. Okay, good. Whew. You know me, I wouldn't know how to really fix that, so it makes me super nervous, but it seems to be okay. Okay, so now what I did was I luckily remembered my font, and I listed all of that in that description box below too. So luckily I remembered my font, and I went right into Design Space, and because I want them all to match, I made one more. So I'm just going to weed this really quickly, and we will be ready to go. There we go. Oh, did you hear the chime? It's the little things in life, I tell you. And that thoughtful little chime, I am here for it. Okay, so here is my monogram. And remember, if you need help with iron-on, I have a whole playlist on iron-on, so make sure you definitely check that out. But if you are new to iron-on, you are going to place it shiny side down on your cutting mat when you put it through your Cricut, and you want to make sure you mirror your image. Okay, so now I am going to, Haley, now you can make some. It's not too late. Easter is it's like 2 weeks away. You can make some monogrammed baskets. Okay, so I'm just taking that out. I'm going to dust out the faux grass that somehow got in there. Okay. Now, being mindful here, I have to remember, okay, so it goes like this. I have to remember which way to put my monogram. So I'm gonna do it this way. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reference this, because I know that they're gonna be lined up all together on Easter morning, and I'm just nervous that one's gonna be off. No one would notice it but mommy, but you know. Okay, so I am going to go like this, and put that over there. Take my Easy Press. So now it's green. Do you see the green? So that means it's preheated. And I am going to just preheat my little area here. Okay. There we go. Now you can get a ruler out for this next part. I just eyeball it, and let's see. Does that look good? Okay, I'm gonna get the ruler only because this is not my thing. I don't usually struggle with this part, but I think it's because of the lines. It's making me all nervous. The background fabric has lines on it that I think is throwing my eye off. I think that's good though. 13. Is that good? I think that's good. Okay. There we go. Trish says, I love that you monogram all the things. Oh, it is, I want to make sure. It is, it's just, you know, I'm a little addicted to it. Okay, how's it look before I do it? Does it look okay? Okay, do you have to mirror words when using vinyl on cold cups? So no, because you would, when you're doing it on cold cups, you would be doing adhesive vinyl. So you would not. You only will mirror it on iron-on, or unless the product you're using for some reason tells you to mirror it. But no, adhesive vinyl is just the right way. Okay, looks good, says Marcy. Belinda says good. And I don't think the letters are smaller than the others. The side letters are, but that big initial in the middle is the same. And you know, I kind of noticed that when I did it, but I thought we're just gonna go with it. Okay, here we go. And I think it said 20 seconds. So unlike the other presses, this is meant to be moved. So just gonna move it around, and I'm not counting, darn it. Okay, we've probably got about 10 seconds. And this is probably, I didn't write it down. I think it's probably a cold peel though. Okay. Thanks, Teresa. She says, looks good. Okay, now I'm gonna let that cool. So when I am doing iron-on, I take my project and I just put it off of this hot heating pad, because the job of this heating pad is to retain the heat and bring the heat and put it back up into your project. So it's kind of being heated from all angles, really. But because it's doing such a good job at that, if you leave your project there, then it is not going to cool down as quick. So now that it is cool, oop, I see a little bit of peeling. And a little bit of peeling there, or lifting, no problem though. For the most part it's down. So because I noticed a little bit of lifting here, what I'll do is I'm just gonna put my carrier sheet back over, because you don't wanna have your heat exposed to, or you don't want to have your heat on, what am I trying to say? On exposed iron-on. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, you know what I brought? Where are they? I brought, because this is a Easter video, I brought jelly beans. Who loves jelly beans? We have been having so much fun with them at our house. We look at the back of the bag and then, of course, match up all of the flavors. It has been so fun. Although my husband and I have been having fun just like grabbing a handful, and it says on the bag something about you can do them one by one and enjoy, you know, all the little individual flavors, or you can get adventurous and have a handful. But let me tell you, something that has been so funny is that there have been a lot of cinnamon. We agree that there have been a lot of cinnamon jelly beans in the bags that we have purchased. And we love cinnamon, but cinnamon is something I feel like you love independently and not necessarily with all of the flavors. So we'll be like, ooh, this is so good. And then you get like that little kick of cinnamon and you're like, oh man, the cinnamon. That, or like root beer, that just kind of like, I don't know, it kind of just ruins the experience. Okay, so now we have our little, let's see if we can see, little monogram here. So cute. Bridget has jelly beans in her car. Yum. I love it. Yes, Jelly Belly. Jelly Belly for sure. They're so fun. My husband came home with a smaller bag the other day because the kids were like, buy these when they were at the store. And he's like, okay, I'll just get the small bag. But then we all loved it so much that I was telling him, get the big bag next time. So he did. It was so fun. Okay. So now I'm just going to put that back on there so that we can see the final little, woo, Beth. There we go. There we go. And I need to straighten that out because that monogram, she is straight. So I think I got something else wrong there. Let me tie these little ties. Okay, let me see what you have to say about jelly beans. The Starburst jelly beans are good. I grew up loving those. That's what my mom bought, the Starburst ones. But we have the good old original. My favorite are Juicy Pear. And then I just discovered the peach now. And the peach are so good. So yummy. Okay, tying the little ties and we will be done with craft number 2. There we go. And now these are all ready to go. So I am happy about that. Okay, here is our little one. So cute. Is the basket crooked or something? Because it's making it look crooked and then it's straight my way. Let me see if we can look at this way. Yeah. Oh, you know what? It's probably this lip. Yeah. Okay, good. It's straight. Whew. That made me nervous. So now I can stack all these up. And we are ready to go. Okay, let me grab the next craft. And how about you vote? Do you want to do another iron-on or do you want to do an adhesive vinyl? I'll let you choose since you're here with me. That we'll just do one of those. What are those storybooks that where it's like determine your own ending? What is that? Adventurous read or something like that. Yes, Babs will make an appearance later. She was not going to, and I wrote her into the script at the last minute. So I'll show you what Babs and I are going to do tonight. She just got a good old oil and she's ready to rock and roll. Okay, so let me know. We're gonna vote on iron-on again, or you wanna do adhesive? We've got to vote for adhesive. And adhesive. Ooh, lots of adhesive. Okay, let's do that one. Let me grab. Okay, this is so cute. Now I found these last year. I did one because I wanted to make sure that I liked how it turned out, but I found these cute, was it last year? It might have been 2 years ago at Hobby Lobby. I found these cute little ceramic Easter egg baskets. How cute. They're so fun. And I was going to just do them for my girls. I bought 2. And then they kind of sat. And do you ever buy something and you're just so excited about it and then you realize, what am I gonna do with it? I don't know. I wasn't inspired at the time. And then now that we have lots of teachers in our lives, I thought these would be so cute with a little Happy Easter on there. So I put a little Happy Easter in my favorite font that I'm obsessed with lately. Happy Easter. And then these are little eggs from Dollar Tree. Yes. And they're kind of a little holographic. I thought they were super fun, but I got these and I'm going to fill them with the teacher's favorite candy. So I thought those would be super, super fun. So I have my little adhesive vinyl here and I have my filler, and also I bought these a couple years ago too from Hobby Lobby, but when I was there today, I saw they still had them. So has anybody seen these cute little gingham Easter eggs? I wanted to bring these out to show you because if you haven't seen these and you love these as much as I do, then I did notice that they had them today and I thought, wow, that is pretty cool because I know I've had these a couple years. So, okay, Sally, the colorful things on my top shelf that look like spoons. You ready for a story? Who wants story time while we do this little adhesive vinyl project? So she's referring to these. I'm super excited about them. Okay, let's start this. So, whoops. Let's see, tabletop, there we go. So, we are, let's see, we're doing this. I have the little cup cradle And I use this when I'm doing mugs and tumblers. I love it so, so much. I did link it down below. It's the same place that I bought the little pen caddy and the tool caddy from. And I needed this in my life. And let me tell you, I use it all the time. And I use it for things that I didn't even think I would. So you can use it also for ornaments. And I did that a lot during Christmas. And then voila, I'm using it for this cute little ceramic Easter basket, and it works perfectly. So if you need something to help steady your hand while you are applying any type of design or adhesive vinyl, then let me tell you, this was a really good purchase. So the font is down below as well. And let's see, what's Marlene up to? She's making a sign for her front door. Home sweet home for the, oh, I'm going to print and cut pictures for the holidays and put Velcro them in place. That's so cute. Oh, so it'll be like a revolving door hanger. Am I reading that correctly? I think that's what, so that you'll just change out seasonally one little element, I think. Okay, so the story about the little brushes. So those are blending brushes because I have become obsessed with card making, and I'm hoping to share some more about that on my channel soon, but I have gone down a rabbit hole very, very quickly, and I'm obsessed with all things ink and clear stamps, and I got a MISTI. I don't know if you know what a MISTI is. You probably all do, especially anyone who's been making cards, but I'm having a fun time shopping for all of this fun new stuff, and I'm excited to create. So those little brushes are intended to help blend ink, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay, so making sure, let me know who is a card maker in this group. I haven't done a ton of cards on my channel other than kind of Cricut cards, and now I'm tiptoeing into a new thing. And I'm really excited. I feel like every once in a while I just need something new. I'll show you a MISTI, and remind me later. I'm gonna put some homework on y'all. Remind me later, and I will bring out the MISTI and show you. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab some transfer tape, which has become all of our favorites. And, oh, that's perfect. Sorry you can't see this. You know, if you've been watching my videos for the past kind of 6 months-ish, I'm trying to start getting rid of all the supplies that I have, or in other words, in actually a better way to say it is I'm trying to craft with what I have, not get rid of, but craft with what I have. And what I have a lot of is this Cricut vinyl in white, and I love it. I love Cricut vinyl, but it has that white on white look to it, so it's hard for not only you to see, but me to see as well. So, okay, I have to see who loves making cards. I have to stop for just a second. Okay, Trish, let's see. Oh, Trish was asking what a MISTI is. Cassandra's a stamper. Let's see. Oh, Maria wants to do card video. Okay, yeah, we'll do some card videos. And Yvette's a card maker. Let's see. Okay, Rachel loves her MISTI. Okay, another question I have is how many, I keep going, sorry I keep pressing the wrong button, by the way, and keep going to my back counter. It's just been, I feel like I haven't really recorded a ton in a while, so sometimes when I feel like I forget how to work all these things. For those of you who do embossing, what machine do you have? Because I have one and I really like it, but I kind of feel, and I don't want to say, I don't want to like lead the witness on what I have and everything, but I'm kind of curious on what kind of embossing machines everybody has, if you have one. If you have one. I'm reading the little chat as I do this here. I'm so excited to talk about card making for a second. Okay, a lot of people are learning to do cards. Mary's been doing cards for over 20 years. Okay, love the MISTI. See, and I've heard that the MISTI is kind of one of those must-haves for card making. Well, I mean, you don't have to have it, but but is definitely more of a game changer with making cards. So sorry if I'm looking off camera. I'm just trying to catch up with the fun you're having in the chat. I don't want to miss out. Okay. There we go. So now you can see, now because I'm going to be applying this to a curved surface, I am, let me go slow there. I am going to add some relief cuts into my transfer tape here. Lots of Sizzix and Spellbinder. Okay. Now, when I say relief cuts, if this is new to you, so looking at this, this is a very flat piece, right? And we're not applying it to something that's perfectly flat. So in order to help this cooperate with us a little bit more, what we're going to do is we're just going to add some cuts into the transfer tape. And what it's going to do is just help it bend and be a little bit more flexible and kind of go with the curve of the object we're putting it on a little bit better. It also allows us to kind of, which you'll see in a moment, kind of pull and twist at it a little bit independently instead of as a whole piece. And that probably wasn't the most perfect way to say that, but you're gonna have to trust me on that and just kind of watch in just a second, and I will definitely show you exactly what I mean by that. But this is one of those, whoops, game changers when it comes to doing a curved surface. And now we're going to do them separately. Okay. Well, originally we were going to do these together because that would be so much easier, but now we'll do them separately. Okay, so I just need to kind of see where I need these to be. Okay. Hi, Angela. I love your videos too. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's see. Guys, I didn't want to cut that in half. Eek. Oh, it makes it harder. Oh, you know what? Pause, please. We have to add our rubbing alcohol. We're going to add a little bit of rubbing alcohol. And, ooh, I wonder if hubby's watching. If hubby's watching, can you bring me a... I might have to grab... I didn't bring my paper towel. He might be watching because he helps me in case my video goes blank. Oh, Kelly says tape it. What? That's a great idea. Could I tape it with transfer? Look at this. I could. Let's see. Okay. I might have to grab some spare fabric or something. Okay. Good idea. Okay, so I'm going to tape it with transfer tape. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, little piece of transfer tape here. I'm just going to tape these together. And bada bing, bada boom. Grace upon grace. For the win. Yay. Okay, let me grab some. Okay, I have some scrap fabric that I am not using, and I can just use it to wipe off my surface here. Okay, taking a little bit of rubbing alcohol. I did link this down below because I get so many questions on it. This is just a little rubbing alcohol, or just a bottle in general, off of Amazon. And all I did was added a little bit of vinyl, just because vinyl all the things, right? And I'm just gonna put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the top here. There we go. And wash off the surface. So what I'm doing is, because, like I said, I've had these for like 2 years, just in our little Easter decor box. And so I'm getting all the dust. I like to have lotion on my hands, so I'm getting all the oil that has definitely probably transferred onto here. And that just helps so that once I go put the vinyl down, that it doesn't, you know, it doesn't interfere with it sticking. Happy Easter. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm kind of starting in the middle, and I'm gonna go out towards the edge. Now, what I mean by the little relief cuts is now I can kind of pull each little tab. See how these tabs are cut a little bit? Now you can just pull and lay down. Pull and lay down. And then just go letter by letter. Okay. There we go. The scissors should be in the embroidery section. I have them in all the colors because I color code my scissors. Because if I know one thing, it's that you do not use your fabric scissors for anything other than fabric. I learned that a long time ago. So I got a set of 3 of these, and I have my mint ones, which are kind of like my all-purpose ones, and I'm not afraid to do like sticky stuff on these. These are kind of just like, I don't know, they're just kind of my garbage gut ones, right? And then I have my purple ones, which are kind of more paper, and then my pink ones, which are fabric. And it's been working for me. So check the embroidery section of the video. They should be there. I don't know if I got that straight. I'll take my time. That one was kind of a tricky one. Oh, my test one though. Thank you, Tracy. That's so sweet. My test one though was chef's kiss. Wonderful. So sometimes you just have to take the transfer tape off and then realize it's really not so bad, or it's awful. I think I have to redo this. I'll have to redo this after the live. You know what I think went wrong is I think having them 2 separate, and I don't think I taped it probably perfect. Because look, I did uber good on this one. Bloop. That one is perfect. Okay, so I will recut this one out after we're done and just do it again. No problem. Take it right off. Okay, so that is our next little idea. And then, again, I'm just going to fill these with their favorite candy. Luckily, they tell us what their favorite candy is at the beginning of the year, which is so fun because then you can actually gift, you know, appropriately and gift really nicely. But I love that. Okay, so there is another little fun idea. And now I'm going to turn up my heat press really quick, and then we will do an iron-on project. Let me see what my notes say. I tried to, oh, I think I have it heated perfectly. Okay, let me grab our next little craft. Yes, they do come, oh, do they come in a 3-pack? The spray bottle. You know, did I tell you why I bought that? I bought those because in the beginning of the pandemic, I had to give the girls haircuts and I bought a little spray bottle, and it comes, I think mine might have come in a 2-pack. I need a little spray bottle to wet down their hair. I have to admit, you know, I've done a lot of things, and I have to admit that I gave a really good haircut. It may have taken me, you know, an hour to get a very straight little bob, but you know, it worked out. It was great. Okay, I'm gonna take a second to look at the chat. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. This is from Target. I love it too. It's actually the first time I've worn it. I bought it last year, and you know how it goes. So, oh, let's see here. Yes, so the other little 2-pack is in our little hair accessory bin, and luckily they're now getting their haircuts again somewhere else. And let me tell you, when I watch them get their haircuts back with, you know, our hairstylist, I'm just amazed at how quickly they can do that, because that is some hard work, let me tell you. Okay, so we cannot not do a little onesie iron on. So we are going to, I found this cute little design, which I linked below for you in case you fall in love with it too, and I had to do it. So originally I wanted to do this in a really nice yellow, but the only yellow I had was, it was a very harsh yellow. It was kind of too orange, if that makes sense. And I really wanted a nice pale yellow, and you'll see why in a minute. And it just wasn't working, you know? It wasn't working, and I'm trying to craft with what I have. And also, do you mind, or do you mind? Do you feel like, I feel like I can't find a good yellow iron on. Does anyone have any recommendations for a nice pale yellow for iron on? Okay, there's our easy press. I'm gonna turn, it's chiming saying, don't forget. Okay, so far we have a cute little chick. And now we're gonna reveal the cute little pun. Gotta love a good pun. And I am here for this one. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet though. Okay. Let's see here. And this actually worked out great because later I'm going to do some shirts for the girls, and I found these really nice kind of mint colored shirts, and so they'll coordinate. And you know, we have to have some coordination. That's just too cute to pass up. So, ooh, I'm doing this kind of all backwards, so it's like Jeopardy. Is it no Wheel of Fortune. Okay, who's gonna get it first? And you're having to do it backwards and upside down and mirrored. Okay, okay, the pastel, yeah, yellow is a hard one. So Caesar has a pastel collection. Oh, does it? Okay. I'll have to check that out. Because then I went down a rabbit hole of trying to find a yellow, and I just felt like I couldn't find one. So I think I know what you're talking about, Sally, with their pastel collection. Does it come in a variety pack? You know, of like, oh gosh, I want to say I've seen it. I can see it in my mind. I'll have to look again because I love a good pastel yellow. You know what another one is really hard to find, and we're going to get to that in a little bit? Orange. I cannot find a nice kind of sherbet orange. Everything is very, very, I don't even know how to describe it. It's not construction cone orange because that's a very, like highlighter-ish, but it's just a very vibrant orange, and I don't really like that as much. Marcy, are you the first one? Chick Magnet. Does she win? I think if not and someone else did, I'm sorry. I didn't watch very well. Okay. Chick Magnet. Come on now. Could we not? I couldn't pass it up. I saw it and I thought this has to exist. Oh, you'll see it. You'll see it better in a second. Especially when that carrier sheet comes off, that can kind of mask it a little bit. But Chick Magnet, that has to exist, right? Okay, so let me grab my lint roller. And, okay, so I'm gonna use my lint roller, and I'm just going to make sure I get everything off the front of this little onesie. It's been hanging out in my craft space all week, so it's probably got lots of little snips of things on it. Okay, we're loving this, right? I can see your excitement. Chick Magnet, so cute. Okay, Sally says 6 colors in the pack. Okay, I'm gonna look at that. Does anybody have any idea about the orange though? And I'm going to show you in a little bit because we're going to do more iron-on projects later, and I'm going to do something kind of with carrots, and I couldn't figure out the orange. Okay, Chick Magnet, let's go to the back counter. I'm going to do it right this time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat. Now, there are those little pressing pillows that you can put inside smaller garments, because the little seams on the side, they are thicker, right? Because they're you know, too high there. They're thicker than the middle. So sometimes people find that it's hard because you can't get an even press because the sides are raising it up and you can't get down as much. However, I haven't had that problem, especially, I think maybe it's just the pressure of my press does its job right. I don't know, but I'm just going to preheat real quick. But if you need to do the pressing pad, then definitely do that if it works for you, for sure. I just haven't found the need for it. I'm just doing about 5 to 10 seconds just to get the moisture out of the shirt, also straighten it up a little bit. And then we'll put the little design on real quick. Okay. Now with baby onesies, I really do hug that little design. So I got a little hair there. I do hug that design up close to the neckline. So just about an inch from the bottom of that collar is where I like to be. And also make sure, do you see here? Right here, you'll see a little, the dot to my eye landed on my carrier sheet here. So I want to make sure that I take that off, because if you iron it onto the shirt, then you have a little permanent dot to your eye right on your shirt. And oops, you just don't want to go away, do you? All right, there we go. So let's do this. Now this one can kind of be a little bit hard to center because, you know, we've got the tail and the nose. So I just eyeball it, but you can bring your ruler in as well. Let's see. I think that looks good. What do we think? Because I'm not here alone crafting, I can rely on the help of a few good friends. What do we think? Oh, Star's gonna make one for her grandson. He's 5. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, what do we think? There's a little delay from the time I ask you the question until you hear it and can respond. So now I'm just gonna patiently wait until you guys actually hear what I see. Okay, Irma says, good to go. Okay. All right, it looks like we are in agreement that we did a pretty good job here. Okay, so now what we can do is go back and press. So I have mine set per the vinyl that I'm using, or the iron-on I'm using. I have mine at 305 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds. So I'm going to press that down and let it count down. Yes, I love that shade of mint too. It's just pretty. Okay, Stahl's has nice yellows and oranges. Okay, I'll have to check that out too. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to let this cool before I peel it up. Let's see. Okay. Let's let it cool for a sec. Again, laying it on a cooler surface just to draw out that heat. Rose, it's not the end. You are right in the middle. We have quite a ways to go, so no worries. No worries at all, dear. Okay. Yes, you can never go wrong with mint or teal. That is, you know, they are just so nice. Ooh, I see a little bit of lifting on the sides. Yep, I'm gonna give that a little bit more heat. Okay. And I feel like I could give it a tad bit more pressure. Okay. Here we go. Okay, Kelly says 143 Vinyl has 4 orange colors in their StarCraft Soft Flex. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Just being patient here. Oops, sometimes that makes my mat kind of bubble up though. Go back down. It's okay, I didn't mean to. My mat gets mad. It'll be fine. Okay. Oh, it looks cute. Barry, oh, I just went over that. I didn't put a pad in between the shirt because I personally, it doesn't help me any, and it doesn't hurt any to not do it. But that is definitely personal preference. If you feel like, you know, you're not getting an even press without the pad, then go ahead and use the pad. But I feel like I get an even press without it, so I just don't bother taking that step. And I have the pads and everything, and I just don't think that they're necessary for when I use them. For me, just for me though. If you like to, then go for it for sure. Okay, here is the chick magnet. How cute. Isn't that sweet? I think it's so sweet. Whoop! So cute. I love it. Okay, so let me see what else is on my list. Oh, I need to put my heat press a little bit hotter. And then, okay, do we want to do a couple more shirts first, or do we want to do a placemat? I'm going to do a little bunny treat placemat, which would be really, really fun. I'm reading the chat real quick, so I'm not ignoring the camera. Okay, let me do a little bit warmer here. We're going to go to 330 because we're going to play with some glitter. Iron on. So that does take a little bit to get warm. Okay, what are we giggling about? Krista says more shirts. We're kind of in that mode, aren't we? Okay. We're doing good on time, too. Okay, so we have bunny treat, or we have, so bunny treat placemat, or a couple more shirts. Both are equally fun and exciting, in my opinion, but I will have both of them ready. And then while this is heating up, I'll do a little bit more show and tell. Oh, and I'll bring the Misty out. Let me see. Okay, so I had a couple of you asking about the Misty. So the Misty is a stamping tool. Let me go top down. The Misty is a stamping tool. So you put your little, and I bought the little insert for it. It just arrived yesterday. You put the little stamp over here, your clear stamp, and then you put your card over here, and then ink up your stamp, blah, 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 and then you press it down. And then the benefit of this is if you don't get a good enough impression on your stamp, like if it's too light or it's not even, the ink isn't distributed well enough, your card stays in the exact same position as does your stamp. You can ink up again, bloop, and you can get a nice perfect stamp in the exact spot. So this is the Misty, and I heard that it's amazing. I can't wait to play with it. I just need that time, you know? So I have that all ready to go. And while that is heating up, I have to show you what I made. Okay, so you know I've been doing the, I did the Lucky Us pillow from Kimberbell on my embroidery machine. So that was kind of my introductory project into like this whole kind of quilting project idea, right? So now I'm doing this. And I have the fabric. I've got it all ready to go. I went all in. I got the fabric kit, the embellishment kit, and my hubby just got me a bigger cutting mat because my other one I was doing all on a 12 by 12 cutting mat, which I quickly learned I need a lot more space to cut my fabric, but I am going to make this next, and I am so excited to do this. You're welcome, Sally. I'm glad that you like seeing the Misty. Marcy uses her Misty a lot. Yes, I'm going to put washi on my magnet. I have so many cute washies and I'm trying to decide which one I want to do. So fun. Hi, Sameen. You are just in time. We're about halfway through, so you have lots of fun things to see. Okay, quick question. What font did you use for the rubbing alcohol? Ooh. I have no idea. If you go back to There is a video called 10 Ideas for Using Scrap Vinyl. I make this rubbing alcohol bottle in that video. So I may have the font information in that video. But I don't know off the top of my head. Honestly, that is a font that I probably one and done. I love it so much, but I know it's not something that I use all the time, because it's definitely, you know, right? You know that was something you have only used a time or two. Okay. Oh, good. Paula's more productive while watching the videos. Thank you. I'm so glad. I hope to inspire in any way I can. So, okay, another thing that I made and I did film, so these are coming soon, is let me check on our, okay, we got 6 more degrees. I made these cute little heartfelt pockets. I am so excited about these. Look how cute they turned out. And they have these little clear jars that you can fill. I bought these separately, but this video is probably going to come up in the next week or two. It is so fun. I love it. And so the idea of the heartfelt pocket, okay, so this one says, hold on. This one says, I do not know what I'd do without you. And then it fits a little A2 card, plus you can do other fun little things inside of them. So fun. This is a Kimberbell project, so I bought the designs. And then this one is so cute too. This one says, quilting friends keep you in stitches. And they are so cute. So fun. So again, can fit an A2 size card, and then you can put, you know, some fabric or something like that in there. So yes, Kimberbell is everything for sure. Kimberbell, I've given them, I'm just like, just have all my money. It's so fun. Oh, okay. Heather found the font. Okay, it is, yes, it is in one of the older videos. Yes, Yvette says, most incredible stamping tool invented. I love that that is what it stands for. I think that is so cute. So fun. Okay, so I think we're ready to go. So I think we're gonna do the placemat. So we'll do that next, and then we'll move on to the last shirts, and then we're going to make cute little in the hoop project on little Babs over there. Okay, if you're new here, Babs is my embroidery machine, and she is so excited to come out and stitch with us. So, okay, Kathy is also doing the Spring Showers quilt. She's a seasoned quilter, but new to quilting with the embroidery machine, and love the projects you've done so far. It's so fun. And I am not a quilter, and I've never been, and I can barely sew a straight line. So I was so relieved that my Lucky Us pillow turned out so well, or for me, it turned out so well. So it's just helped me really, really learn a lot about everything, really. Okay, so let's grab the next project, which I have all nice and prepped. We are going to make this cute little placemat. Okay, so my little iron-on letters are trying to go every which way, which I feel like glitter iron-on can be a little bit tricky because it's textured, so sometimes it does want to just kind of come up a little bit. Okay, so the idea here is I cut out 2 different types of iron-on. I'm doing a glitter, and we're going to get this down real quick so I don't have to fight with that little O and F anymore. We're going to do treats for the Easter Bunny. And then this is where I just could not find an orange that I liked. Everything was just so, I can't even think. It was like orange. And I really wanted like, ooh, pastel orange, or that's even too, I don't know, that one's even too orange. I really wanted a nice like sherbet. That is the color I want, a sherbet orange. So this is what we're gonna make. So instead I decided I will just do a nice light pink. I think that's really pretty in pastel, and I think it's fun, and so that's where we're gonna go. Now with this cut file, I did link it down below if you want to buy it yourself and do this too. You could also do this on a wood round or some type of wood base. The reason why I personally like to do the placemat is because, and I did this with a Santa Claus one too, when you're done with the season, that's what you store. And I love that. I can't get over that is all you have to put away in the little decor box, because let me tell you, my decor boxes have just been out of control. In fact, did I tell you earlier in the live, I may have, or I might have forgotten and kind of went off on a tangent. I took so many little boxes to Goodwill this or the donation center this week, and one of the things that was on my project list was doing my decor and you know, the seasonal stuff. So I went through all those boxes, and my goodness, there was so much. So I'm gonna go to the back counter real quick. So knowing that about myself, I really like the idea of a decor that takes up little space, and I have mine, you know, all divided out in coordinating bins and all that with vinyl on front, because you know it has to have a vinyl label. But still, I'm trying to really simplify my decor. Just less is more, right? Simplify, simplify. And it feels so good to donate. Okay, so I'm just doing a little pre-press. I want to get the moisture out, plus try to as much as I can to get some of these lines out. But it's not a big deal if I don't. Okay. There we go. Okay, now make sure I don't lose any of my pieces. So on this file, I want to also mention that it does have on the bottom, I think it has an Easter bunny, and then it says love, and then an area where you can personalize it if you want to do kiddos' names or something like that. I decided just to do a little bit more simplistic, so I took that part off. Okay. Just going to... Now what I did here is I have these in separate pieces because I am shopping my craft space more and more. Also, and if you're brand new here and you hear me saying that over and over again, what I mean is I'm trying not to buy as much this year in terms of crafting supplies, although I just told you I just got into stamping, which, whew, that's been a lot of shopping. But that, you know, every once in a while your heart needs a new something fun, right? At least I feel like I do. But the reason they're in two separate pieces is I found one piece in my scrap bin, and then I needed to get, I didn't have quite enough, so I had to get a new roll for the rest. Okay. Try to get this as straight as I can. I feel like I like this. Just need to come over a little bit. And I think the Easter bunny is good, and I think this needs to come over a hair. Okay, I think that looks good. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now, okay, the rabbit ears are on the yes, the little rabbit ears. Isn't that fun? This is all the design. So I don't have any font information or any of that because this is all just an SVG, so I'm not sure. Okay, now also make sure if you need to grab a ruler or anything like that, then go for it. I definitely just kind of eyeball things, and 99.9% of the time it works out. So I'm sticking to it. Okay. And I have just enough room. There we go. Okay, so I'm doing 3:30, but I'm going to go for 30 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and just change that and press. There we go. take a little water break. Donna, I love Lawn Fawn so much. I have bought so many Lawn Fawn stamps in the past couple weeks. I'll have to show some of them. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, let's let this cool for a second. Although I'm not going to put it on my mat because my mat will get sad. So I'm just going to kind of air dry it. Let me see if I can find one of my Lawn Fawn ones. Oh, in theme of Easter, I got this little clear set, and then I got the coordinating dies as well. So cute. And then I don't think it's down here, but oh, it might be. Oh, it is. This one. Sending hedgehogs. How cute is that? I had to have it. It was so cute. So I can't wait. I think this Sending Hedgehogs is going to be my first card because it was the very first stamp I bought. Okay, and then I proceeded to buy so many more of Lawn Fawn. Now that that's cool, I'm going to peel off that carrier sheet and look at the glitter. It looks pretty with the carrier sheet on, and then when you peel it off, it's just that much better. So pretty. So pretty. Now I'm going to keep these, and you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my mini really quickly to put the carrots on. And the reason why is because it requires a reduced temperature, and I feel like my press takes a little bit longer to cool down. So I'm just going to go ahead because this takes just seconds to heat up, and I'll just go ahead and put them on this way. Okay, so the carrots went like this. And let's see, I think that carrot needs to go up a little bit. And that. How did the carrots look before I put them down? Oh, Maggie, it's 1:30 a.m. where you're at. Oh my goodness, you're going to be so tired tomorrow. If anyone misses any of this, it will be on replay. You can watch it anytime. And then I'm going to add this in a little bit because I'm going to peel this one up first. How do we think the carrots look? Yay, Hannah! Time for some mama time, right? Crafting time. Okay, Dee says Lawn Fawn is awesome. She has a ton of the stamps and dies, and she has the bunny one too. Yep, I love Lawn Fawn because I'm just waiting for just a second. How are we liking these? I love Lawn Fawn because the little puns are just so sweet and so cute. Okay, it looks good. Let's see, left is higher, is it? Oh darn, just a little bit? It must be just a hair. Oh, so hold on. You said left is higher. No. Does it look okay? Do I need to get my ruler out? Oh. Okay, I think I'm good. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, Julie, it's almost 2 a.m. in cold England. Brr! And that's late. Okay, so this is going to be about 30 seconds-ish, I think. We'll just go. When I have bigger pieces like this, I like to kind of focus on an area. So I'm going to do like the little stem of the carrot first. Is that the right word for it? Stem? Okay, Crystal says, once you get into stamping, you won't stop. They are fun to color with. Okay, so I got some alcohol markers. I did not get Copics though, because I have to prove to myself that I'm going to, you know, that I can even do it. But I did get some alcohol markers, so I'm really excited to start blending and coloring and practicing. Okay. Who's gonna make the little treat mat? And let me know, are you gonna put it on a wood round, or are you gonna do a placemat? Totally fine to do it on a wood round too. Just knowing myself, I don't want to store it. Okay, looking good. Okay, I think that one, I feel like maybe the middle I didn't focus on. The one thing I like about the mini is that you can do a focus press. So if you feel like you need to give a portion of it a little bit more heat, then you can dedicate, you know, a little pressing time to that area and not, you know, have to press the entire image once again. Okay. I'm just gonna move this over just a hair, and we'll do this one. Let that other one kind of cool a little bit. Is everybody ready for Easter? Have you crafted for Easter? I don't remember. I think I asked it, but I didn't read the responses. Yes, Martha. I like the placemat idea as well for storage reasons. Plus, I really like the delicate nature of the linen. I think that's going to be fun. Okay, Sandy's going to do a placemat. Yay! And I linked these placemats. They're the same placemats that I used for the Santa cookies and milk, and it came in a pack of 4, so I did that a couple years ago, and I've had the last 3 in my craft space for some time now. So that also, I have to admit, was probably you know, a vote in my direction to do a placemat, because I had those materials in search of, you know, an idea. Really needed to use it. Sally's camping for Easter. That's exciting. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so heat settings for vinyl. Yes, so it depends. It depends on a lot of things. So it's going to depend on, first of all, what you are putting it on. And it's also going to depend on the type of heat transfer vinyl that you're using. So for instance, the glitter, when I started, I noted that the glitter iron-on, I went to Cricut heat press, and then I said, I'm going to be using the glitter iron-on, and I'm going to be putting it on cotton. And so when I plugged those elements in, then it told me how long I needed to heat it for and at what temperature. And that was a higher temp. Now for just regular iron-on, it's a lot less, and I can't remember the exact temp. But you need to cool off your machine a little bit. But again, you can just refer to the heat guide. I feel like I did way longer than 30 seconds there. So you'll just want to say what you're using in terms of the product. Is it glitter? Is it holographic? Is it regular? Is it that, what is it? The mesh? There's a mesh type too. Anyway, you'll want to say what you're using and then what you're placing it on. That was perfect. Yay. Oh, that laid down perfect. Okay. So now it's a little light for you to see, but in person, it really pops. It's a really nice, gosh, what color pink is that? I should know because I have it in copious amounts everywhere. And then I'm going to do the arrow. Oops, not that close. You're not. I'm going to do the arrow like this. Okay. Being careful. Now I keep my carrier sheets around because you don't want to have your iron on exposed vinyl. So I just keep these around if I need to cover any of that exposed iron on. And while this cools, I'll go ahead and just do this little arrow real quick. Okay. Okay, Rose says she's gonna make some placemats now. Oh, pink gingham fabric. You know I would love that. I would so love that. Okay. Okay, how will you style this or use this as decor? Will you use it as a placemat? Okay, so no, this will definitely be just for, oh, I'm sorry. I probably should have explained that a little bit more. I guess I just assumed. So this is going to be laid out the night before Easter for when the Easter Bunny comes. So it's treats for the Easter bunnies, so we are just gonna put the little carrots. We like to lay out carrots the night before, just like we do cookies and milk, you know, for Santa Claus. We do carrots for the Easter bunny, so we'll just lay this down. Now, as a reminder, vinyl is not food safe, but wink, wink, I'm not really worried about it in this particular instance, right? Okay, so that one's good. And I'm gonna give that one a little bit of time to cool, just a little bit. Yes, the glass plate would be a really good idea too. And I've seen people mirror the adhesive vinyl and put it on the underside of the glass plate so that essentially it will be food safe, if that makes sense. I've seen that done, and that's a great idea as well. Okay. Okay, Cricut brand Peach Melba might be the orange sherbet color you're looking for. Okay, I'll have to look at that. Yes, I need a good... I was looking through my vinyl drawers, and I was surprised that I didn't have anything, you know, in that orange hue. It was definitely all a very harsh, bright orange. Okay, that all is really, really good. So here we go. Oh, I loved that. When it was like out of focus, it was so, that bokeh was so pretty and glittery. Oh, you can't really see it. There we go. There we go. I love the softness of it, and I love the glitter and then the soft pastels. You know that's where it's at for me. Thanks, Liz. I think the carrots look cute too. I think it was a nice save with the, because it almost is kind of an orangey pink, if that makes sense. It's more of like that salmon. What is the color? Gosh, why okay, I can't think of it. And I should know because I have it everywhere in my craft room. But yeah, that's how it turned out. Okay, so I want to get the last couple shirts done because I want to turn the heat press off so it cools down in here, and then we will turn on Babs because I want to show you what we're making. Let me show you real quick what we're going to do. We are going to make, now we've made pencil huggers together before, but look at the pencil toppers. Look how cute these are. How sweet. Okay, so we are going to make, we're just gonna make one. We're gonna make one together on the embroidery machine in just a bit. They're so cute. Okay, so let's grab the shirts so that we can turn the heat press off, and then we will be ready to go. Okay, so, okay, do you wanna see one more? Okay, I have to show you one more thing that I did. This is another Kimberbell little project that I worked on. I did these little bunny hoops. Let's see, there we go. How sweet are these? Has anybody made these? So last Christmas, I got some Christmas money and I decided that I was gonna do the, what's it called? It's like digital dealer exclusives where you sign up through a quilt shop and every month they send you a design that you only get if you sign. I think, and I can't remember all the logistics, but regardless, I get a little design each month and little directions on how to do it. But this was the design for January, so it was really, really fun to do. And then it has, I did a little added gingham on the back, which I thought was so fun and so cute. Thank you, Molly. I'm so glad you're here. I'm glad you enjoy it. Okay, Debbie wants to know how they store their holiday crafts. I just store mine in big bins like you would get at Target or Costco or anything like that. And then I have mine vinyled on the side, Christmas or Easter or Valentine's Day, and I just have everything in a bin that way. So that's how I do mine. I actually used to do, and in one of my videos I showed you, I used to do like an IKEA cube system where I had linen baskets that came out and each one had a holiday, but I quickly outgrew that. So now I have big bins that we store elsewhere. So, but now, you know, I'm trying to dwindle down on a lot of holiday decor. Okay, so we are going to do 2 shirts. The first one we're gonna do is this cute little bunny with the little headband. How cute is that? Oh, hi Vinyl Diva Crafts. Yes, definitely come back and rewatch. We're having fun. No worries when anyone can't join. That is totally fine. Okay, just catching up on the chat for a second. Hi, Julianne. Okay, so this is the first one, and then the second one we're going to do is Chicks Rule. I mean, how cute. And we had to, right? We had to. Chick Magnet and Chicks Rule. So cute. Okay, you know I love a good pun. A good, simple, innocent pun is so cute. Okay, so let's do... I'm gonna do this first. And, oh, first let's preheat. Preheat, and then I'm going to lint roll. So let's go to the back counter. And preheat my shirt. Oop, I think I need to loosen my pressure just a little bit. There we go. That last one that we did was the placemat, and it was very, very thin. Yes, I like the trio too. I thought it was perfect, which made it totally fine that I couldn't do the yellow for that Chick Magnet onesie, because it just ended up being much more, there we go. It just coordinated much better. Okay. I loved this little bunny. Now, this bunny was really hard to weed with glitter iron on, though. I will be completely honest about that. It was a tricky one. She was a trickster. Okay. Little hair there. I think that might be good. Let's see. Does that look good? It's kind of hard because one shoulder goes down farther than the other. It's kind of not a perfectly mirrored image there. I think it looks okay. Thanks, Jojo. I love this little craft room. It's so fun. So the family, are you talking about the quilt? Is it the, let me know if is that what you're talking about. Where did I purchase that? I purchased if we're talking about the Spring Showers quilt, I purchased it off of Etsy through one of their quilt shops that's on Etsy. Okay, let's go back and press. There we go. And 330 for 30 seconds. There we are. Okay. So Molly's asking, did you start out with the Cricut press before upgrading to the big bad pink pressing machine? Yes, I did. I have the Cricut Easy Press in all of the sizes and love it. The reason I bought this is because, one second, I don't want to be late on getting this up here. The reason I got this is because A, it's pink and adorable, which is not a good reason, but let's just be honest, that was a big reason. But also I really got into sublimation, and sublimation is something that you really want to be steady with. And I have a lot of tutorials on how to do sublimation with an Easy Press. You can 100% do sublimation with an Easy Press, but it's easier to do it with a heat press. Not impossible, but that's the reason I was encouraged to get it. So just peeling this up real quick. Ooh, that laid down perfect. Ooh, one little spot. Just when I said perfect. One little spot. Okay, let me give it a little bit more heat. Okay. But yes, sublimation was kind of the, and also another thing, which to be fair, I used to not have as much space as I do now. So the Easy Press was definitely easier for me in terms of the space that I had at the time. And then when I upgraded to getting a little bit more space, then I was able to get something that I wanted a little bit more. So, okay. Oh, make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me let that cool, and then I will, whoops, do The chicks rule. Ooh, we gotta put some heat on you. There we go. Here. Okay, preheat. Okay, good enough. And chicks rule. I like that. Do I? Wait, hold on. Maybe not. I feel like it needs to go a little bit to the right. Okay. I think I like that. Okay. What did Betty say? Betty said, I found a wish list last week in a purse I made 10 years ago, including a Cricut. I have everything on it. I just got my first Cricut a couple months ago and I thought of a visual. That is so beautiful. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's so fitting that you found the list. So cute. Hi, Cynthia. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go back and heat up. Okay, I love that glitter. While that one's going, let's peel this one, which just needed a tad more heat for one little spot. Perfect. Ooh, so cute. She's so cute. There's another one that I'm going to put on a onesie, and it has a bow tie. And, you know, I couldn't say no. Okay. Here's this one. Let this one cool. Okay. Whoops. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, it's not. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Hi, Paula. I'm glad you caught me live. There we go. That just laid down so good. Yay! Okay. Now, sometimes what I like to do with my iron-on is I like to give it a little bit more of a zap. And I don't think that I did that with my, well, no, I did with my onesie because I had to give it some more heat anyway. And really because when you peel that up, it kind of is harsh on the iron-on. So I kind of like to give it just a little bit of grace and give it just a little bit more heat for just a second. Just maybe 10 seconds. Because that second peel is definitely less harsh. And I don't know, it's just something I built into my workflow. So Kim, I do wash my shirts before I do iron on. I know that that is super controversial, so it's one of those things where do what you like to do and I'll do like what I like to do. But I'll also say that I only make shirts for my kiddos and my family. So I don't have a business or anything, and it's a personal preference thing. For me, it makes sense that you would want to make sure it's not going to shrink or get all of that initial like lint and stuff off of it before doing it. It just makes sense to me, but I know that that is definitely one of those things that people either do or don't do. So that's just what I like to do. Have you ever had a problem with iron-on not wanting to lay down on the mat? On the mat? Like on the cutting mat? I'm not sure. Let me know if your question and I'll try to do my best to answer, but I'm not quite sure of the question. Okay, so we got Chicks Rule with the little glitter. I think this is fun because it's kind of Eastery, but it's also kind of everyday wear. Same with this one. You could wear this all the time. Not that you couldn't wear anything else all the time either, but it's kind of hard to see that glitter on this camera, but it's definitely there and fun. Okay, so now it is time to, I'm gonna clean up just a little bit because I have a whole new set of stuff that comes out for embroidery. So, time to put hot glue away. And kind of had a lot on the desk today, didn't we? My goodness. Okay, toss that. And everybody's gonna look so cute with these. And I'm gonna move these over there. Okay. Okay, so let's do some machine embroidery. So we're gonna get Babs out. Now, what we're gonna do is we are going to make the cute little pencil toppers. They are so easy. If you're a beginner and you're just starting in the hoop projects, then this is definitely an easy option to start with. They are so easy, they're really gratifying, and you can also make these out of felt as well. I really like how sleek and clean and polished they look with the faux leather. I'm also linking that faux leather that I'm using. I found a amazing faux leather on Amazon that's very soft and smooth, and I love, love, love it. So yeah, I linked it down below because I bought a whole roll of it and I love it so much. So in the hoop projects, if you're brand new to them, what it means is you are literally building something within your embroidery hoop. So we are only going to hoop the stabilizer. So I have a little a tearaway stabilizer that I have hooped here. Now we are going to make, I'm going to do a little disclaimer. So we are going to make a tiny little we're just gonna make one little pencil topper in this hoop. Now, I'm only gonna make one. The other ones I made in groups of 6, but I just did not want to take that much of your time tonight. So I'm going to only do one. So I just want to mention that because yes, I am going to waste a little stabilizer, but it's gonna be okay. I'm okay with it, so it's okay. And also, I could use a smaller hoop if I'd like to, but honestly, I don't really love the hoops that come with my machine. They're fine, but I love my Mighty Hoop. It just makes, especially in the hoop projects, I feel like so easy, and it helps hooping stabilizer only so easy. Hooping anything is so much easier in a Mighty Hoop. So I will be using and wasting stabilizer in this project. Know that in this size hoop, you can make multiple. I think I made 6 of them in one hooping, and I think I could even add a couple more, but I'll link the embroidery file down below. Now, as another reminder, this is an embroidery project. This is not a Cricut project, so you do need an embroidery machine to do this project. There I am sure, a million tutorials on how to do a little faux leather pencil topper on a Cricut. So if you are Cricut only and you really want to make one with your Cricut, be sure to check out tutorials on that. But for this project, we're going to use the embroidery machine. So again, tearaway only is placed here. You want it tight enough so that it's kind of like a drum in your hoop. So just kind of give it a little test, and if you need to tighten the sides, you can. But I have that only. Now, real quick, I don't want to switch it over just yet because I don't want you to get motion sick as I move my camera, but I'm going to move my camera over to the embroidery machine really quick, and then we will get started. This is so easy. So if you have any questions, this is going to be a good time for me to, let me check and make sure that looks good. This is going to be a good time for me to answer because we're going to be doing a little bit of waiting as it stitches out. So let me look back. Oh, that looks great. Okay, so this is just a little piece of paper that I put on there, and I already have the design loaded. So now I'm just going to load my hoop, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stitch the placement line. Now the placement line is super easy. What it is it's essentially just stitching the outline of our design onto our stabilizer, and that is going to show us exactly where we're going to place our material. So whether you're using felt or faux leather, it's just showing you exactly where you want to focus on placing your material. Okay, so I'm gonna do lock start to get it started. Ooh, let me real quick, I'm just gonna trace real quick, even though it's right smack in the middle of my hoop, It's just a habit to trace whenever I'm using a hoop other than a hoop that came with my machine. And now I will just do the placement stitch real quick. Okay, there we go. So now we have, let me make sure I can show you this really nicely. If not, whoops, I'll take it over to the other machine. Put my hand behind there. Whoop. I'll show you on the other camera. Let me bring it over here. Now we have, oh, that one's a little bit harder anyway. Put some white under there. There we go. Now we have our placement stitch. So it's just showing us where our little bunny is going to be within the hoop. And our little pencil hugger is going to be within the hoop. And that's where we're going to focus on putting our faux leather. So now I'm going to place one piece of my faux leather. And I like to just kind of have a whole piece here. And I think that's almost too narrow. You want more, you don't want to have just the exact same size as your design. You want to have a little bit more. So I like to be, you know, have a good 1/2 inch more than what I need. And where'd my scissors walk off to? Just gonna trim. Okay, so now I'll show you. This is kind of where I went with the amount of faux leather that I'm gonna use. Go ahead and use less if you want to. That's just my comfort level. And I'm going to make sure that I cover all of my bunny outline. Grabbing some embroidery tape or low tack tape, and I'm just going to tape that down to my stabilizer so it doesn't move. Okay, now we'll return it to the machine and it will do the tack down stitch, which is just going to tack it down essentially, and it will stitch it to the stabilizer so that it doesn't move. So it kind of gives it some permanent. In fact, actually, you know what it's going to do next? It's actually going to stitch the, sorry, I get into the whole routine of placement stitch, tack down stitch, finishing stitch, but actually for this it's actually going to stitch out the ears first. So let's go ahead and do the ears, which is it's just the little embellishments of the ears, so that looks really, really cool. Okay, so placing these back here. Okay, and now I have my pink thread that I originally used for my placement stitch. I have it already loaded, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, and we're going to go ahead and do the nice little ears. So go ahead and press start. And sorry if it's a little loud, but it's a little noisy little guy. Okay. Now you have the option here, because it is a stop in the machine, you have an option to change out the nose color. So if you want to do a different color pink, then you could. I really like this color of pink, so I'm going to just go ahead and keep it. It also reduces the number of thread changes, so it's not worth it to me to change out the color, but know that you can. But we're going to do the little nose and mouth next. Okay, then we'll do a quick thread change so that we can do the eyes. And you can choose any color you like. I did a nice kind of silver gray color. I just really liked how soft that looked. But the best thing about projects like this is you can make my project look totally different than yours by just simply changing the materials. So feel free to, you know, make this bunny look just how you want. And one more eye. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is change our thread color back to the pink, or change the thread color to any color you want for the outline of your pencil topper. I'm going to stick with the pink because I really loved how that looked. So just changing it back to that original color I had. And we're going to do a couple detail stitches here. And you'll see why in just a moment, but I'm going to let it stitch out and then I'll explain. Okay, take it off real quick. Okay, so here is where we're at right now. So the last thing we're going to do is we are going to turn over our entire hoop, and we are going to place another piece of faux leather on the back. So I'm going to trim this down to roughly the same size as my initial one that went on the front. Oh, that's my heat press again. See, it's a good thing they do that. There we go. Turn you off. Okay. Okay, there we go. And you can see through that stabilizer, so you can see where you... Now be careful here, you don't want to push too much on this because you don't want to unhoop it or misalign it or anything, but I'm just going to gently lay some tape over. And now the last stitch is going to go around the entire perimeter of the bunny. Now the reason why it did this stitch first is because in the end it's going to be part of that detail, but if it did it on this step, then it would stitch closed, or stitch the pencil topper closed. So it had to do that now when it was only going to stitch through the front, because then the next step is going to stitch through the front and the back to close the pencil topper. You'll see that in just a moment, and then it'll kind of make sense on why this step was done just before this next final step. So again, on the back we have faux leather. We're going to place it on our machine, and I like to just peek underneath to make sure everything's where it needs to be, and then do the final stitch. Okay, it is all done. Okay. So now we have our little bunny, and it's done. Okay, so now I'm going to unhoop. Okay, let me snap this closed. So. And then I'm going to take my little tape off. Okay, my pink tape holder, yes, I still have it. I have it, let me see. I have it here and it's patiently waiting. I'm gonna put some washi tape in this because I got this in my Bella box from Kimberbell. And so I wanted to put my embroidery tape in my Kimberbell one, and then I'm gonna use this for stamping. So I'm gonna put some washi tape, or no, I actually bought some actual like card making tape, if that makes sense. So I kind of switched around my craft supplies a bit, but they're essentially the exact same thing. So it's a really good, because this is only exclusive to the Bella box. So if you don't get the Bella box and don't get this, then this is it holds the embroidery tape the same way. Okay. Yay, Christine, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so now I am just tearing away the tearaway. Now you could just cut it out with the tearaway still intact, but I really like to just tear it as close to the stitches as I can. Okay, so now we have our pencil topper, front and back, and I'm gonna grab my scissors and clean up the back. I just have one little thread here to clean up. Oh, maybe two. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to take our scissors. You can take any scissors, really. I found this basic set to do perfect for this part. So I'm just going to, this is personal preference now, and go ahead and trim as close or as far away as you'd like, roughly about 1/8 of an inch. And you're gonna go, obviously being careful not to cut into your stitches, but you'll go around your little bunny outline, and that will reveal your little pencil topper. And I'm being a little quiet just because I like to focus on this part. There we go. And done and done. Okay, let me grab a little pencil. Here's our little final hugger. Oh, I keep calling it a hugger, and I think it's because I made huggers so recently. A hugger is when the pencil goes through, so it just kind of hugs the pencil. I did those for Valentine's Day. But now I found these at Dollar Tree, and they came in such fun little, this one was a whole pack, and look at the gingham. The spring gingham was so cute. So I have those. And then this one kind of looks kind of quilty. Kind of has like little patchwork things on there. I liked that. So you can just pick whatever. This one's cute too. It has little banners, and you can get pencils anywhere. But Dollar Tree is usually really good about having a themed pencil. But I thought these would be really fun little classroom gifts. And they're so fun. How cute did these turn out? So yep, very easy, very beginner friendly if you are, focuser, if you're just starting with machine embroidery. Let me know if you've done any in the hoop projects. The next thing I want to do, they have some crayon holders. I really want to do those. And what else do I want to do? I really want to do some type of wallet or something like that. I think that would be really, really fun. Okay, a little late. How long did this craft take you? Mary, are you asking about the little pencil huggers? Because they really, if that is the question, and these take, if I wasn't chit-chatting, these take 0 time at all. In fact, the stitch out time is the stitch out time is 2 minutes. So that's not including, you know, if you have to do a thread change or, you know, adding the material to your hoop or anything like that. So maybe 4 minutes, so very quick, but that was for one. So originally I did about 6 in a hoop before. So I'm just checking out the chat really quick. So making sure I didn't miss anything, because that is our last craft. So we did so much. We have the little baskets. Do you want me to bring in all the things in case anyone missed anything, or are we good? Maybe I'll just bring them in just because. So many fun things. And I brought, this one kind of got a little big and bulky. Okay, I actually, for the little teacher ceramic baskets, I found these at Dollar Tree, and I thought they were so cute. So I'm gonna use these to put the little baskets in. One is kind of like a spring plaid, and then the other one, it says, hop, hop, hooray. Had to have that. Thought that was super cute and big enough for these little egg baskets. So we did the little egg baskets. I have to redo one because I had a little mishap, but you know what? I'm not perfect and it happens. And then we have our little treats. So fun. Treats for Bunny. Our coordinating shirts turned out so cute. Chick magnet plus Chick's rule, because yeah, and the bunny. Really love that. I think my favorite tonight was the Easter door round. I really love how this turned out. I really like how non-traditional the colors are. I like that it had me step out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I'm really into the pastels, most especially in the springtime and around Easter, because that's just the nature of the holiday, is very pastel, right? So it was fun to step out of there. And then we have our little baskets. Where's the little guys on the bottom? Okay, are there any final questions before I say goodnight? Thank you for all of those who stayed up so late. I saw so many of you who said that it's the middle of night, the night where you are, so I hope you get some good rest. So happy to have all of you. Let's see. The door round was made with the Cricut. No, just the vinyl was made with the Cricut. But this was the first craft we did, so you'll just have to go back and rewatch this one. The round part, no, this is made from made at Hobby, not made at Hobby Lobby, sold at Hobby Lobby. The round, and then I added the chalk paint to it. And then I found the little wooden bunny at Target, which I think it was $5. So they have that 135. So, and yes, I'm excited for the card making as well. So fun. Okay, I am going to say good night. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I guess that helps my videos out, so I appreciate that so much. If you are catching the replay and watching it not live, then be sure to let me know in the comments which craft was your favorite, because I would love to know. And pray for me, because hopefully I get some recording done this week, and hopefully I'll be back next weekend with a couple more Easter crafts before Easter is here. So thank you if you joined me live. Thank you if you're watching later. I really appreciate you coming and joining me, whether it is live or whether you are rewatching this. Any time that you come and watch any of my videos, I am so flattered, and I love that so much. So I will see you guys all in the next video, and I will say goodnight now. All right, now I'm going to try to figure out how to stop this video. See you guys all later.